all aboard the crazy train, huh? Oh, we'll see what we get going here. Oh, let's see. We got Ginger Ninja, uh, Bubble Bibble, Idaho Garden Girl, TNT. We got Sandy, Jennifer's here. Oh, Damon and Leopard Girl, something like that. I'm not very good at reading names. Oh, we have so much to go over tonight. Oh boy, there's been a lot of details come up since the verdict yesterday. Yeah, even Ivana, she's speaking up now. she come out with a post, and she's been quiet. She's been real quiet. Hello, Teresa and Smurfette. How are you? How's everybody doing tonight? And who got some work done in the garden? Me? I didn't do anything in the garden today. I was running all day today. Went out of town and came back and went back out again. Ugh. Hey, Carol Z. Okay, one of the things I found interesting um, that I did find out. Robert De Niro. Uh, who's seen his Robert De Niro's little rant that he did in front of the courthouse? Did anybody see that the other day? I think it was yesterday or day before. Yeah, it's been cool here. It's only 72 right now. Yeah, I've always liked him as an actor, but his real life is, you know, some of the stuff he said didn't go well. He basically called anybody that supports Trump a clown, you name it. He called us all kinds of names. And in the same speech, he's saying how Biden has brought us all together, and then he cusses out the people that are for the other side. That's not bringing things together. And he was actually going to get a award. He was in line for an award from some NAB something another. I don't know. It was some award he was getting and whatnot, and they backed out. They planned an award for the actor and everything, and they said no, we're not supporting you no more. A lot of places went and pulled their support from him. Now I don't believe in that. The council thing. I don't believe on it on either side. But that's the world we live in. If somebody doesn't agree with you or something, well, let's go out and cancel that person. But that's where we're at in life here, and that's what's happening to him. And I'm pretty sure a lot of celebrities and the sports people are are going to go by the wayside, because the majority is on the Trump train, because they know what happened is it's not right, not at all. It doesn't make no difference who it is. It could be Trump, it could be Biden, it could be anybody. What they did in New York is wrong on so many counts. Hey, Chris. Hello, Pat. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. uh, and you know, the dictator Biden, uh, he was asked about Trump being a political prisoner, and he didn't say anything. He just smirked. You know, he did his little evil looking thing. You know, he does with his mouth when he kind of tries to smile and it doesn't come out. Yes, it is. It really is. And that's the thing. Everybody's eyes are open now. Um, if because what he did, you know, saying it's a legal expense, everybody does it. Everybody calls, you know, something that they don't want to label. It's a legal expense, which is what it was. Um, it was an expense of a legal matter. You break down the definition of it and everything, and it was a misdemeanor. No matter how you shake it, it was a misdemeanor. Past that, where they tried to make it federal, or not federal, well, federal threw it out anyway, but where they tried to make it a felony, they tied it into the election that he already won. If that was the case, yeah, it so much sketchiness in that whole thing. And that's where I think Biden said, let it run, because everybody's going to see how bad the administration is, that they have to do this to win their side. And I told 101 last night, I think Trump thinks 5 steps ahead, if not more. And he said, you just let it run. There was objections and stuff within in the defense and everything, but the majority of it, he just let it run. He took notice of some of the sketchiness of the trial and just let it run. And to me, that's one of the smartest things that anybody could have ever done. Um, hey, what life?
Oh, good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
No, no problem.
Felt like I've been behind the 8 ball all day. What?
Yeah, I'm just pretty much just got done running around. I put up a thing, and everybody's going to say what's going on with the thumbnail and everything, but um, you stop and think about it. They ain't stopped nothing with the court. Um, I think Trump very well needs to be extremely careful of what happens. If I was Trump, I wouldn't be eating at McDonald's anymore. I wouldn't be going out and, you know, doing a lot of stuff. You need to kind of worry about that man now. That, you know, somebody doesn't try to do something.
Yeah, because it's not like he just does something randomly. I mean, he's got a schedule or, an itinerary he keeps up
Yeah.
with. So, mm,
Yeah, it's and I think it's somebody else reported on it too. What's his name? The guy that smirks all the time when he interviews people. Oh,
uh, I don't know.
the one that got kicked off of Fox.
Oh, Carlson.
Yeah, yeah. He's warning Trump, be careful because that's the way that they're going to get you. They're going to pretty much. That's the only way they're going to win. Well, or what they did last time. But if we go to election and there's like, you know, 10, 15 million people voting um, all Biden, uh, things are going, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Especially if they try to pull a stunt like last time and said that he got more votes than Obama.
Yeah.
They said,
Yeah.
see how pivotal this election was. Just look, he broke his last record. Oh man, yeah,
Yeah. He still, because he can't mention people's names uh, on the prosecuting uh, side of witnesses. He can call them names, but he can't say their actual name or mention anything that um, they testified to.
like
I was watching the thing about how what the gag order entailed and stuff, and it's like some silly stuff that he can't mention and stuff. uh,
do you know how long this particular one's supposed to last?
Probably until
Sentencing?
uh, after sentencing.
Yeah, that sucks.
So he's going to appeal. Now I don't know if the gag order will continue after the appeal because there's got to
Yeah,
be so much back and forth through that. And there was a lot of questions. I've got a lot of questions. Um, People asking me, can Trump still run? Yes. What you've proved that because somebody else was already in
it's
jail
happened.
at the time.
It's happened twice before.
Yeah.
Eugene Debs did it in 1920, and there was also a gentleman that did it in the 60s. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but it has happened twice before.
Yeah. And even if he didn't, could you imagine all the people that would write down Trump on
Oh
the
yeah,
ballot? Because you would always have that line down below.
yeah. I think it's to the point now. The people that don't like him just don't like him. Their opinion's not going to get changed.
Mm.
But then you got people that like him, but the more somebody gets attacked, the people that might have been on the fence, that's going to sway them to go towards him. Um, that's my opinion anyway.
Oh yeah, he's the judge's 24/7
Oh yeah,
protection because and they spin it badly too. And you can just imagine who they blame on it too. And another question was, can Trump vote? And it's sketchy, but Trump is a resident of Florida. He was tried in um, New York, and technically, until the July 11th, he's not a felon right now. he was the verdict was guilty, but it has to go to that next step first. And that's why if he appeals it, he's still not charged yet. He has to go through appeal, and if he loses appeal, which that's not going to happen anyway because it'll be tied up and he'll be president by then. And that kind of gets me to another one, kind of exactly what you said right there is, and it's going to go, kind of racial thing because there are a lot of black people coming over to Trump's side, not because he's going to run the country better or anything like that. Is the fact that they say, well, now a white guy is seeing what the black man is going through with the courts, which I'm not saying anything there, but so a lot of people are coming over and saying, hey, we're standing with Trump because of that. And let me bring up another thing here if I can find it. Yeah, celebrities and the sports or athletes are speaking up like mad crazy. Past football players, country music, which some of those were already going to go. Muskie guy, he's backing him. He's actually donated quite a bit. I'm not going to say money wise, but he has gotten some buku bucks in 24 hours. The most he's ever gotten that short amount of time. Yeah, Dennis Quaid. This was before the sentencing, though, with Dennis Quaid, but after the sentencing, woof, or the verdict. Sorry, yeah, the verdict. But like what I was saying about the Trump being able to vote, he should be able to vote in Florida. Is because he's technically not a felon at the moment. He's just been who is that? A country guy. The one that sung the Small Town.
Jason Aldean.
Yeah. But you already knew he was going to be siding with Trump.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone. I don't know who that is, but
that's the you've seen his commercials on YouTube. Hey man, it's Grant Cardone. Come to my exhibition this weekend. I could turn you into a millionaire.
Oh yeah. Rob Schneider.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to remember who that was.
Yeah, he's the you can do it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And they need to have him on the side. You can do it.
I was thinking of his other movie, but I don't know if that's friendly or not.
Oh, the Gigolo one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It would have to be, he would have to do a lot of stuff within that time to not vote for him. I mean, that would have to be a lot of stuff, and I still wouldn't vote for that potato thing.
Got 5 months.
I'm sitting there at the point to where I almost get. I don't want to call him a potato because I like mashed potatoes and stuff, and I don't want to combine the two. You know what I mean? I'll just call him the empty potato, Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story.
It's 158 days until Election Day, November the 5th.
Yeah, could you just see Trump at a rally, and then they pan the camera over?
Yeah.
You can do it.
You can do it, Mr. Trump. You can do it.
Yeah, and let me see if I can find Ivana Trump, what she was saying. She posted on Instagram a picture of her or Trump in the little one, Ivana, as a child. Picture of herself, young picture, or as a young child being held by her father with the caption, "I love you, Dad," and a heart emoji. Ivanka. There you go. Rotten potato.
Can't even look at popcorn the same way anymore, you know? This popcorn was a bad dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I think their debate, when's it scheduled for? The 27th of next month? 27th of June, I believe, maybe. Could be
possibly
wrong.
Well, there's one that Biden backed out of, so I don't know which one was which. or ice cream. Let me see here. And there's also a lot of talk going around, and I'm not talking about what the Republican Senate or House or those people are doing, because I don't. It's more government hoopla, or they're riding on the coattails of Trump, basically. There is supposed to be some sort of investigation going on, and subpoenas are supposed to be coming out shortly on those involved in the trial, because that trial was under a microscope, and they have to, the Justice Department is going to have to figure out a way to make it not look like they're involved in it. So there's said to be, subpoenas for the judge and prosecutor guy. That part's going to be interesting. I don't know how much it's going to get into it, but
Still, they got to
it
bring up something.
yeah, I don't know if it's just going to be smoke and mirrors or are they really going to get into it, you know?
I always expect smoke and mirrors until they tell me something that sounds interesting.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I've seen so many things about, you know, if the Republicans are wanting to do this and wanting to do that and call for uh, congressional meetings on the justice and this and that. Um, yeah, that's it right there. But I know there's some people have their favorite Republican, you know, House members or Senate and stuff like that. But to me, they're just as bad as the Democrat side when they never cross over, no matter. Um, you could have a line of Republicans and Democrats on one side of the road, and a little old lady crossing the road getting ready to get hit. They wouldn't pass over their lines thinking that there would be consequences for crossing over. They would let the old lady get ran over. And that's how I look at our government right now.
Yeah. If you don't respect the little old lady, I don't expect you to respect me.
Yeah. And the only time you know, like I said, it's just TikTok, but it's not really about TikTok. The only reason they come together is to take TikTok down. Out of everything that they could become together about, they could become together to protect check. No, I can't talk. To protect little ones. They could be coming together to eradicate drugs coming into the United States. There's so many things that this country needs that they won't come together on, but they come together
Exactly.
on getting rid of a silly thing like TikTok, which
Like you,
had a little thing in the background that people still didn't pay attention to.
on my short time on this earth, anytime that both sides come together at a point like that, it's never about what they want to present the focal point to be. It's about many other things, you know.
Yeah, what goes
Uh,
on behind the curtain?
I mean, a 3,000 page congressional report on TikTok. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that's hitting the head on the nail on the head, whatever
Yeah,
you want to call it. Yeah, yeah, because that government doesn't do a thing for us. Um, what do you benefit from the government other than making you starve and raising your taxes? I don't get no benefit from it.
trying to think.
I'm on disability, but I paid for that all the years I worked and paid taxes because
Yeah,
I'm not getting nothing special from them. I'm barely getting anything.
and that's the type of people they need to be looking out for. You
Yeah,
know, people that's paid their dues or people that really need it.
yeah. All the years of paying taxes, and there's people that just come over across the border. Whoop, here you go. Hey, Tony. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I hate seeing that. Even
Yeah,
Ray Charles could see that ain't right.
yeah. Well, Trump said it just plain as day. We got our veterans sleeping on this on the side of the road, and immigrants from all countries, prisons and whatever, coming in here, and they're in motel rooms in New York City. How is that right? It's and anybody that sides with that, how do you sit there, sleep with knowing you support somebody that does that to people who's fought for this country? And it doesn't, and there's plenty of homeless people that's already been out on the street. There was when they were bringing in buses to the one motel, or hotel, I should say, in New York City, the bus passed a homeless area with all the, the tents and the fancy cardboard boxes that they sleep in, all that stuff. The bus passes that and lets them immigrants out into this hotel, and they fill up the whole hotel. Yet the homeless are out there sitting. And it's a shame. And you look on the news sites and everything, and it's all Trump. Nothing else happened. Oh boy. What was that? The View. There's a lot said about The View today too. The Joy lady, the redheaded lady, and
Yeah.
she gives a bad name to redheads. I think she has been voted the most vile woman on TV. The way she carried on about Trump being guilty, which should piss the normal person off, because you can tell it was somebody being railroaded over bogus charges and everything. That should irritate somebody when they see this. It really should irritate people that in this country somebody is railroaded that easily and that blatant. Oh.
Yeah.
And when you see somebody that, woohoo, he's guilty, carrying on, what are you doing? And again, these people keep making jokes and stuff. Who was it? Even Hillary got into this.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a video on this. I probably should show it. Dang it, stop popping up the stupid things I can't get past. There we go.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to even show her face. Yeah. I was, but I looked at her face and I don't want to look at it anymore.
It has that effect on people.
Yeah. Oh, there was something in the news about the woke trans soldier people.
Man, that's a mouthful.
They're talking about stationing them over in China. I don't know who come up with this, but I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go over well.
No, China, China government don't go for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Um, uh, some said they're afraid that would start an actual war, but I was like, oh man, but that'd be so much fun to watch.
I mean, this
A
is
new
like a
reality show.
yeah, it's like the I don't even know what you call it, the New World Police Academy. I don't know. Guess they're doing a foreign exchange program.
Yep.
I wonder if people still do that. Do they still do foreign exchange programs in high school and stuff?
They did when my kids were in school. I don't know. I If you was in another country, well, see that's the thing. Uh 10, 15 years ago, that had been like, woo, I want to go to America.
Yeah,
But now it's like, I don't know if I want to go there or not, you know. Oh,
I graduated
oh,
in
they still?
'07 and we had a few. And of course, they could speak good English. So, I mean, it was cool talking to them and, hearing about where they were from.
Yeah, let me see if I can find his, and they might already took it down.
Uh-oh.
What is this one? Oh, they may have. Oh, Zelinki.
Who is that?
Zelinki. Oh, I can't say his
Zelensky?
name. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh, he's 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 having a pissy fit now because Biden is skipping the peace summit.
Oh, man. Bless his heart.
uh, well, there's more people pissed about the. Oh, it looks like they took it. They took it down. Ooh. Oh no, here it is. Yeah. Following Trump's guilty verdict in New York City hush money trial, Tucker Carlson wrote on X that Trump's life could be in danger in the months leading up to November thing. It's important that or import the third world, become the third world. That's what we just saw. Yeah. And that's you would expect to see this in Cuba or them bad countries in South America. This won't stop Trump. He'll win the election if he's not deleted first. But it does mark the end of the fairest justice system in the world. Yeah, probably anyone who defends this verdict is in danger, is a danger to you and your. Hold on, it just went to another page. Uh, and your family. Why couldn't they just leave the family part on? That's from Tucker Carlson. I'm sure a
And that's
lot of
on
people.
X.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people already read that though. I'm not
Oh, I'm
sure.
sure.
Jeff's probably out paying bills and stuff. It's the
That time of the month.
yeah,
Tomorrow's the first.
yeah.
It's the last Friday of May. It was nice here today.
Yep. Big time bananas. Yeah, I mean, when I first found out that he was actually going to court, and it was actually happening and everything. Deep down, I said, "There's no way he's going to win this." When I seen the judge, and then all the stories behind the judge, the judge's daughter is a volunteer for Biden's campaign. How do you,
Really?
how does anybody make him that judge? They know it's that.
Yeah, that's conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Big
And
time.
not to mention the judge donates to Biden's campaign.
Oh
It's
yeah, of
it's all
course.
record.
Of course.
And that's why I said there's no way he's getting a fair trial. It's and that's I said he'll be found guilty. I don't know how far it'll go, because when the charges were first read, I'm like, well, those are just misdemeanors. Big deal, you know. Nothing. He'll get a fine. And then they flipped it and said, oh, they're all felonies now because it was linked into the election. He already won the election. How do you link it into something that he already won?
I don't know. Maybe it's just
Oh
me, but
yeah,
this feels like
he still said he's not guilty, and
feels like a John Grisham novel.
they came to him with plea deals and stuff. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, look. Would you do a plea deal to that? No. I mean, somebody else that didn't have any, all these investigators and TV personalities and everybody spotlighting that trial.
Oh
That
yeah.
there's so much on that trial. Every little thing, everybody's expression, what they wear, how they smell, where did they go for breakfast before they came into court. Everything is being under a microscope.
You know who the most interesting person in the room is while all this is happening, in my opinion? Is the courtroom sketch artist that sketches the stuff in the courtroom. I
Yeah,
always thought that was probably got to be an interesting job, you know.
yeah, and that's the thing. They have to wait until an interesting part, and then
Yeah,
they memorize
capture
like if
that
you go
moment.
like
Yeah,
this or something.
then to get to work. I mean, it's a high profile case. So I mean, you get to work that case. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool for the artists. I don't know where they find them.
Yeah,
I don't know where these people are. I never met one. They should get one of the guys that comes to the fair that draws your face like all goofy and cartoony. Good evening, venue chicks.
good old chores. I didn't get to any chores today. I need to. Um, Now I'm making a decision on my paste tomatoes. I've had something, and now I'm starting to think maybe that was that raccoon that was eating my tomato plants. I don't know if you've seen my short today. I went to put oil in my truck and about got bit. I was taking the cap off and then come out of the
Really?
back of the hood.
Oh man, now I got
Yeah,
to check that one out. That's live action style.
And this was in Walmart parking lot, and I'm trying to get this thing out. And it didn't go well, but it's not there no more. I thought it ran out, and evidently it didn't. But it's you have to be careful with raccoons because they
Oh
do
yeah.
carry things. But anyways, I had my door open because I had just got out and I was getting in the back part of the back seat of the truck, and I had that open, and I lifted up the hood, and then when I got him to come out, he climbed over on the windshield at me, and then was getting ready to go in my truck. I hurried up, shut the truck real quick.
Mm.
No, he didn't get chopped up, because if he did, he would have messed up my fan. Because that's why I looked and put my windshield scraper down in there to see if he was out of there, and there's no sign of him. I think what he did, he jumped out and ran to the back and climbed up there somewhere, and then whenever I took off, he jumped out and didn't quite make the jump or something. Wait a minute. You're sure your name's Tony and not Bobby? Because Bobby, Hank Hill's son,
Yeah.
had a raccoon named Bandit.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to start calling you Bobby now.
It's like I think it was yesterday. I was in Lowe's getting a few things, and out the corner of my eye, I seen something kind of zip by, and I looked that direction for a few minutes, and it was boom! It was a mouse. I said, "Man, they got mouse running, mice running everywhere in here." Then I went down another aisle. Zoom, zoom! I seen another one. I told the guy, I said, "Hey, man, you got a few little Stuart Littles running around in here." He said, "Yeah, they're trying to get away from the cat." And I just
Yeah,
started laughing and walked off. I was like, "Okay."
yeah. I felt really bad about what happened. I wanted him to run across the street into the field. That's what I was trying to do. Um, because if he was a little bit smaller to where uh, he didn't want to take my arm off, um, I would have probably took him and drove him somewhere to where it'd been safe, or took him to the pound, or I don't know where around here I would have took him. But it was just a single one. I looked through the truck again to see if I had anything else in there. It was just that
Hmm.
single raccoon. I don't know if he was already from the field across the parking lot, or what.
No telling how long he was in there.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I think if he drove all the way where we were driving, he would have burned up, because that truck gets hot up in there. So I'm thinking he was in the field. So
Okay.
that's why I was trying to get him,
Huh.
to get over in that field. Because I thought after he tried to go after my hand, because I was taking the oil cap off, and there he comes out like this.
Least thing
I'm
you're
about
expecting to
flew
happen.
50 feet in the air when that happened.
Yeah.
But at least I jumped back and grabbed my hands, and then my son said, "Oh, we got to record this." So he's recording as I'm trying to get him out of there.
Oh man, it's funny.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I still have people that, and I still call them friends and everything that, you know, and I try not to get on the subject of, left or right or anything like that, because myself, I don't, put a label on, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. And I think there would be a lot more, it would be a lot better if a lot more people thought that way. Instead of voting for, well, I can only vote for this side. I can't change and vote for somebody over there, even though they're going to do a better job. I never understood that.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
In some cases, you can kind of understand that. Like, if, say, your wife was a terrible baker and she made something that, this fancy cupcake, and her best friend is a really good baker, and she made the same cupcake, and she asks you, your wife asks you, which cupcake is better? You, you're not going to say the good cupcake. Oh dear, your cupcakes are so much better.
Man, they're both so delicious. It's hard to choose. It's that close. Y'all are both just top notch. It's hard to choose. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's the way it should be. And that's what I'm saying with this court thing. How do you back somebody that put this emotion? And we found this out when uh, all the fishiness and stuff, when Muskie guy bought Twitter. All the files were there. Yeah, and that's now, like, if I lived in California, I'm sure there would be a lot of, liberals and, people on Biden's side and whatnot. Um, Around here, there's not that many. I mean, there's a few, and it's usually, um, somebody that is for certain things, like getting rid of things that happen, um, un, um, well, I'll just say it, the abortion stuff. I
yeah,
can't think of a good way of saying
yeah,
it. Um, some, and it's not that they're for abortion, but they're for, they side more for women's rights, and that's where it gets mixed up. It has nothing to do with women's rights, and they should be focused on the main issue is the life, not what choice the woman has or anything like that. The life should come first, and so forth. And that's where that political stuff comes out, is when politicians make it more about the rights of the woman, which the woman should have rights, but there's a life in there. that everybody forgets about. There was this
Yeah.
I don't know where I seen the interview or what, but they're interviewing this guy, and they say, "Are you for legal abortions?" Yes, women should have the right to choose if they do this and do that. And the guy says, "Well, what about crack?" I think that's what the drug was, or whatever, using drugs
Yeah.
while she's pregnant. Oh, no, 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 that's wrong. And he said, why? Because, and he caught himself because he fell for it.
Yeah.
You know, he was thinking about the baby's life.
Yeah. That's harming the baby's life.
And then he go,
Yeah.
whoop, and he completely shut down after that. And that's the thing. They don't think about, they forget about that because it's always they got the politics involved in it, and it's all the woman's right, and they forget about that poor baby. And there's other issues involved in that, but I won't talk about it. But oh, what was that? See, the cats get me every time. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It's about
The
yeah.
vapor trails. It's a good way to put that. The vapor trails.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was going to say before the cat interrupted me. They're in the Gen Z movement, or the people, or whatever you want to call it. They're using, instead of birth control, they're using the abortion system as a birth control, and they're saying, on average, that it's multiple times and this was
Mm.
before a lot of the states have taken over and said, no, you can't come here to dispose of, you know, your accidents. Yep, it sure did. And did you see the pictures? It actually looks like a nuke went off.
Yeah.
I showed it last night on 101s. Let's see if I can find it again.
What was that? What would cause
Where-
that? A big gas explosion, maybe?
Um, I don't know. I haven't read about it today because everything's been Trump. Yesterday
But
they weren't sure.
but that's a big
And
deal. That's a huge deal.
yeah, and this is the biggest egg producer in United States.
Entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Mm.
Um, let me get this picture. Um,
But these were only laying hens. These weren't no cooking.
yeah, as far as I know, but they might have a section for that too. So,
Okay.
but as far as I know, it's just laying
But
hens.
still the United States biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That is eerie.
I mean, if you're sitting right there on your porch and you seen that thing doing that right there, wouldn't you start running or getting in your vehicle
Yeah.
and driving far away?
Think of fallout.
Oh man, that it is crazy. I'm like, how?
This was what in Indiana,
Illinois, I believe.
Illinois. Okay, man,
Let me see if I can find the video on it.
and that's what's crazy about. Obviously, they had gas or whatever could cause that, but they didn't have enough water to put it out. That was the
Yep.
crazy part.
They had to go 45 miles to get 30,000 gallons.
Is that place that remote?
I guess. Here, let me play the video, see how well that's going to go.
Well, yeah, that's gonna have a huge impact on egg prices.
You got, oh, it's not showing it. There we go.
This is after the fact.
Yeah, this is them trying to put it out now. Yeah,
Man.
30,000 gallons is not putting that out. And they have to go 45 miles to fill up. That's
Yeah, I don't know. It ain't right.
yeah. And what do you do in that situation? You drive out to where in a safe area, but the thing is, people hundreds of miles around were calling in for medical aid because of the toxic air. And that, you sit there and think, wait a minute, what's toxic about the chickens? Is it the feathers? Is it their poop or whatever? Is it what would make the air toxic? But go ahead and close that. And as far as I know, I haven't heard no more about it, but I mean this thing is the cloud was seen in the next states.
Yeah, like you
From
said,
the sky.
hundreds of miles out, people were calling in with
Yeah.
reactions.
And just the other day, governor of somewhere, I forget where it was, just killed off 4.2 million chickens because of the flu.
Are these meat chickens or laying
Yeah,
chickens?
those the ones I just said, the 4.2 were meat chickens.
This was just something happened, yeah, but this is happening and happening. Just like a couple months back, the big one in Texas, the big chicken house in Texas. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Did they, pile it all up and just, that's I know because there's a lot of ammonia in chicken poop.
It could happen, but it seemed like a facility like that, they'd have precautions in place,
Yeah.
being the biggest.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you would think, um, the poop would get hauled off somewhere or somewhere it's in a safe location.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, remember that? Oh man, that was a doozy.
Yeah,
There was that one in India too, I do believe.
something like that. You're gonna be looking into that for a while. Hmm, man. Yeah, that one story is gonna have ripples on
Yeah.
the egg prices, and in the coming months, seeing what comes from people that's if are still feeling ill or what comes of that.
Yeah, how long does it take to get an egg? That's how long you have to wait until the prices go down, and then you're going to have a good time after that.
Oh yeah,
The only thing I can think of is, they didn't have any water there. So that tells me that they didn't have no sprinkler system going to wet the floors down.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have to look into it, see how long this particular facility's been in operation.
Yeah. And it
There's some
happened at 6:30 yesterday.
in the
So
evening.
I don't know if they're talking 6:30 Illinois time or 6:30
Oh
Eastern.
yeah. They're what, an hour back from us?
Yep. So 6:30 would have been 7:30 for us.
Yeah, sometimes the time zones do get annoying.
Yeah, the smoke was so dense that it was visible on Fox powered Doppler radar.
Really?
That's
That's
for
intense.
clouds.
Yeah.
Reaching altitude between 13,000 and 15,000 feet.
Oh man.
Dang.
Yeah, you're looking at an easy 250-mile radius easily all the way around with minimal wind transfer. Going that high?
Pyrocalamus cloud. It made its own cloud.
Yeah.
They form over large fires and wild due to intense upward vertical motion of air cooling and condensing as it moves to higher sky. Fires burn hot enough that it can create clouds that produce lightning and rain. Wow.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and this is the part where I was talking about the volunteer fire department alone transported nearly 30,000 gallons of water over a distance of 45 miles to assist the
Man,
firefighting efforts.
you
But,
figure even if you're hauling tail, that's still about a 20, 30-minute ride.
yeah, because there's always the people that don't get over.
Oh, there's always those people.
Yeah, and it's always those people that complain how long it takes the fire department or an ambulance to get to you.
Exactly. They just don't get
Uh,
it.
no injuries, but this is going to impact the economy and the food supply. Again, it's an egg. They produce eggs, but you have to realize everything that they use to make with an egg is impacted by this.
Hmm. On an already highly impacted food system.
Yeah.
You can get you some chickens. Get you some chickens now. You're
Oh,
able to get them and house them. Get them.
I wish I could. I really wish I
I
could.
think everybody ought to.
Yeah,
If I mean, I
I
think
would
they
actually.
should.
I wonder if you could keep chickens and rabbits together.
Just tell them, hey, these are my what do they call the animals? These are my support chickens.
Yeah, they already passed a law on that in this county.
No
Or in
support
this city
chickens.
limit. No, you can't own birds There's a list.
I got
Goat, pigs, a few other animals you can't have for a support animal.
man. See if they let you get a potbelly pig.
Nope.
Dang.
No pigs at all. You can't, because this one guy had a duck. I don't know why, but it was his support duck. And he went to court and he lost.
Really?
Yeah, he actually
Man.
lost. It was in the news and everything. Hey, 101.
What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Oh, and remember, be good.
I gotta find my emotional support hamster.
Well, hamsters. I don't know. You might be able to get. Well, they let rabbits. Rabbits is okay. I don't know why a rabbit is better than a chicken, or, you know,
Just don't ask.
maybe they're just quiet. I don't know.
Maybe.
But if you ever hear a rabbit get attacked, you can hear it. They're quite loud.
I would assume so. Oh.
On a random note.
Do you? Because I always wonder. I don't never see anybody that has chickens and rabbits together. You know, like in a rabbit pen.
Duck season.
Rabbit
season.
A chicken pen. So I always wondered that. Do they get along? I mean,
I've seen some do it like that.
huh?
I guess you could. I don't know in the long run how that would work.
Someone somewhere's got to have done it.
Yeah, goats and the emus. I know you. The goats always jumping into other or getting into other pens.
My uncle had goats and chickens.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. We need to get somebody from Alabama on the horn. They know.
Well, no, he's from the upper part of Michigan, the douchebag.
Same thing.
Now, believe it or not, I would rather the goats and chickens are fine. But I had ducks or a geese, or I had geese and a couple ducks. And they are the dirtiest, stinkiest things.
What?
I don't know why. They
Chickens?
just no ducks and geese. Especially the geese. They were really, I mean, all the time I have to clean them up.
Oh, geese. It's like grease. Their shit is like grease, man. You slip on it.
They like to get into it, yeah.
Yeah. I tried to keep, because I had like a canal that I had closed off on the ends, and I still had water in there, and I kept them in that, and then they would come up, and then I finally fenced off the area because they would always come and take a dump right when we come out the door. It never failed. I thought it was maybe it was a little carpet. They thought it was a little spot for them to take a dump. The chickens were fine. The chickens, we had no problem with the chickens.
Here comes a farmer. Everyone shit yourself. Maybe he'll go away.
But yeah, I would never have ducks or geese again, because it was always cleaning up after them.
Always scaring the shit out of them.
The chickens were always good, except for you had to shoo them away from the garden every once in a while. And they wouldn't go after our beans or corn or anything like that. They would go after our like lettuce and
chickens are good for bug control.
Tomatoes and oh yeah. We never had any ticks when we let them out.
Yeah, they always eat the ticks.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we had a bunch of animals. far as
Goats,
chickens, I
chickens.
think the most we had at one time was probably a couple hundred. But the loudest thing was the guineas. We had about a dozen guinea
Oh yeah,
birds. Man, they would let you know when something
especially
was coming.
something new was coming. Yeah. Now I like we got turtles in here, and used to have a camel.
Nice.
That would be cool though. I wouldn't mind having a camel and riding around town.
Oh yeah, be the Sultan of Ohio.
Yeah, the camel would be cool. And I've always liked donkeys
Mm.
because you put them in with your other animals and
They're pretty lovable.
yeah. I did see this video though of um uh, a donkey picking up a goat and carrying him around. The
Really?
goat is screaming like crazy. And guy comes running out, jumps over the fence, and drop that goat right now. And the goat rear, and he goes under the fence, and
I
he's
saw
not going
that
to be
video.
going under that fence again.
Nope.
Camel sneezes. Well, that's like
Ooh, man, I bet they
emus,
would have a
or not
nasty one.
emus, but llamas and alpacas. They spit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll always love watching somebody get close and take my picture.
Boom.
And they'll feed them and everything before they get a picture taken, and it'll spit all that stuff back at them.
Oh, man, that would be horrible. Yeah, imagine it'd be pretty cool to ride a camel. I don't know. I'd be a little leery. I just
Guess
like
what day it is?
Friday.
I already know. I was about to tell you, but go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
Can be hump day.
You said you want to ride a camel, so I mean, shit.
Be my luck.
It's
He
Friday.
bugged me
It's
off
not
or something.
Wednesday.
Camels are very stubborn.
Camels are?
Yeah. Like when they don't want to go anywhere, they don't go anywhere.
You would rather have a giraffe? You seen one of
What?
them things get mad at something and swing
Oh,
that head around?
Yeah, I like to have a pet giraffe. I'm with you.
Like a wrecking ball. Sorry.
Come galloping in on my giraffe.
Giraffes
donkey
actually
in you.
target the other male giraffe's nuts when they do that.
Oh,
So, yeah.
yep, Red Shirt Friday. Which is meaner, a donkey or a mule?
I would say a mule because it doesn't know what side it's on.
Because they're a cross between a donkey and a horse, right?
Yeah.
They don't happen naturally.
Where did they get the term mule from? Because it's like, what? Oh no, that's why I'm terrible. Oh, if you combine the word horse and donkey, I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
Went to the Bronx Zoo.
I'm terrible. Oh,
You know what today is?
hump day?
It's Clint Eastwood's birthday. He was born today in 1930.
Get off my lawn.
I think he's 94. Turned 94 today.
Get off my lawn.
There you go. In honor of you.
Stack bucks like you 5 feet high in Korea. Use your
94.
sandbags. Get your patty ass down on the. I can't even do it. I'm
A
laughing too
mule
hard.
is a donkey cross horse, mini.
You ain't smoked enough cigars yet.
Yep. Yesterday was JFK's birthday. And that's the thing. When they're planning this thing out, the other side, thinking about, when should we release the verdict? When do we do the verdict? Because they have to think of, how many days past the verdict will he have to appeal and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
how
they
many
have a
days
timeline.
past the verdict can we go with the sentencing, all that stuff. So I wonder why they picked, the 30th.
I've already been through this. Done in 30, people. Come on. I don't know how much relevance it has anymore, but who knows? Given what I'll be going over tonight, though, might shed some light. I kind of put a couple pieces together after the fact. So, who knows?
I just seen icky stuff there.
Go ahead. Make my day. Investor.
Oh, is there a video on this? I have to watch this if there is. Oh, there is.
What's so funny?
Oh, let me go ahead and share it. This button, and that button.
I don't know if I got the job, Grace. I interviewed yesterday and today for 2 different jobs. Haven't heard back yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute it. Because we really don't need to hear it. It's just going to be funny watching this.
What is this?
They're giving him a helmet.
Oh, please put it on. Please put it on. Please. Put it on.
Take the little snaps off.
Oh
my hands aren't strong enough to take the snap off. Oh, keep the glasses on.
You get the glasses off. Oh my God, you idiot.
Look at everybody laughing.
The guy behind him's trying to hold a straight face. Oh, you idiot. There, now he has a helmet for when he falls down the stairs. God, how many memes can you make with this one?
Hey, everybody, it's just like the one I wore as a kid. Still fits. Oh, no.
Oh
Yeah, let me just stand here and
he looks ridiculous.
back in Scranton, Delaware, Connecticut. Oh yeah.
Just like the one Corn Pop used to wear when we were.
Man, you guys wear these things the whole game? Hey. Barely breathe.
Your hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, that was like a.
That was funny. I mean, it was such a simple act, but it was so damn funny because it was him.
Yeah. And he's rehearsed that too. Because unless you put on a helmet, you don't know how to put on a helmet.
Huh?
And he's rehearsed that because I don't think he would have been a football player in it. Well, we're going to hear that. You know it? That's going to be the next thing. He played for.
I used to face off with Corn Pop at the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Well, no, he's going to play. He was quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s or something.
He's going to use Al Bundy's line from Married with Children.
Oh, fuck. Are you going to enlighten me with that? What was the line?
You know, he was, I forget the line, but he was like the best football player of all time, and
he'd always go around with the shoulder pads.
He ran 555 yards one game, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I was the man. Man, it's totally impossible. How did you even do this? Math doesn't add up.
uh,
I gotta pull up a clip.
and everybody in the background was cracking up laughing at him.
Okay, here, you gotta play this one. There we go.
Oh, Al Bundy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There's a time I scored 4 touchdowns in one game on this field. I played high school football. 4 touchdowns in one game. Do I know you, man? Ever hear of Al Bundy? Polk High, All City, 4 touchdowns in one game.
Do you know what a hero you are to me?
I presume you're referring to my 4 touchdowns in one game? The most famous Polk High football legend. A hint, 4 touchdowns in one game.
You?
Well, it's not. Who once had been a mighty athlete in high school and scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Bundy! B-U-N-D-Y, Al Bundy. All City back in 66, 4 touchdowns. And I'm not talking the whole year. One game. But do not take me lightly. I once scored 4 touchdowns in a single game for Polk High.
You know, Al, you were amazing tonight. I mean, 4 touchdowns in a single game.
Ah, babe, that's no big deal. It's not like it's going to be the highlight of my life or anything.
Oh,
Hey, Eric.
now someone needs to like splice the 2 clips together and make that into one.
Man. They got the apps and stuff now, man. It's
Oh yeah.
unreal what
I
they can do.
guarantee you that'd be a viral video. Like after every comment of Al Bundy, you put a little bit of that clip. I guarantee you it'd work.
Oh yeah. Uh, well, I figure old George would be chiming in. Here he is.
George.
Yeah. Soros.
Oh,
He's telling all Democrats to call Trump a convicted felon. Which
he hasn't been convicted yet, so
I know he's not convicted, or he's not a felon yet either. So
even if he was, I'm voting for him.
yeah, I mean, I would rather vote for a convicted felon than a Biden. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. So
And
I'll just say with what I've. Go ahead.
It proves it this morning, and his numbers are probably up higher than that now. He said he is up 6 points already overnight.
I'll say with what I've pieced together about the boards, not last night, but today, and that, and a video I saw, things are making sense, and I don't think we need to worry. I think it's already been checkmated.
Oh yeah,
That's all I got to say. I'll tell you
that's why I said they keep posting
tell you
stuff.
later.
Hillary is going off and running her mouth, and it's just like check, check.
I'll still never understand how the hell are half of these people still alive. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how old can you get?
Are they? Are they?
Yeah, don't go down there. You know I've been down that hole.
Some of them's 2 and 3 generation. Depends on the the thing.
Come on, man. It's a thing.
It might be 10 generation. I don't know.
My brain hurts. Trying to comprehend that.
How many times does it take for people's eyes to open? I mean, look how far it had to go before people started switching sides.
Like I
And
said,
I'm not talking about the government people, the other people switching sides.
you're talking common everyday folk.
Yeah.
I told you that people have to be brought to the precipice of destruction in order for them to change. We
Yeah.
are not there yet. We are close, but not there yet. They said in the early days of the boards, it would have to take a DEFCON level 1 event. In other words, basically nukes dropping for people to change 100% in an instant as quickly. And we're not seeing that. Of course, we're still here. Maybe not an actual nuclear event, but a threat of one. And then maybe people will actually wake the fuck up.
You got and by the way, this morning when he did his, and I call it this morning, but it's still morning, but guess how much money he made? Well, he didn't make, but got donated.
I think it was like 34 million or something like that.
34 million.
Yeah,
To go
34.
with his 34 felony accounts.
Come on, people. You can't make this shit up.
And
There is
what's 17 plus 17?
I'm done.
The yin
Yeah.
and the yang.
It's not 35, it's not 33, now it's 34.
Yeah.
Shit happens for a reason.
Like old buddy said last night, the day's date adds up to 17.
Yeah.
So you got the triple crown of the triple 17s.
Well, in that case, you got 333, which is, depending on what side you're on, that's either a godly number or a satanic number. So you can make your side with that. 3 being the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Or you want to talk 33rd degree Masons or Skull and Bones, there's that too. So take your pick.
Yeah. Also, I'm still trying to get more information about it, but one of our carriers was attacked on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not verified or anything. It's just something I've heard through the grapevine.
Where at? Do we know?
I think over in Yemen or somewhere like that.
Okay, so most likely the Persian Gulf.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
the whole
Persian
thing
Gulf.
with the canal inlet thing.
Well, that would totally make sense because we've had a carrier station there for the last 15 years.
Oh yeah, not the same, not constantly, but they're in and out.
Yeah, it's we got our base in the Qatar there, and yeah, it's close by. And then we got our carriers also in the Mediterranean. That's another thing.
Yeah.
And then South China Sea also. God, it's amazing how I can remember that shit. But
that's which would probably be a week you probably hear about it then.
Yeah, we always hear about it after the fact.
Yeah. That's our good media. Unless it's about how bad Trump is, we don't hear about it.
Oh yeah.
They said that they dragged this shit out with Trump, but yet we're over here. They did it pretty quickly, all this crap, relatively speaking. But yet we can't do this shit with Biden. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it took so long just to uncover half of the shit Biden did and get the people to believe it, but yet in 6 weeks it was a open and shut case with Trump. Wait, I don't understand.
And another NATO is siding with Palestine again. Oy. If you look at the map, it is crazy to see all the countries that are lining up to support a country that is backed by
You do realize Palestine is
terrorists.
not. You do realize Palestine is not a country.
Well, no, they're recognizing it as a state, meaning they're giving it that power.
Debatable. But it is biblical when all the
Mhm. Everybody turns against Israel.
right, and then once Damascus falls, that's truly biblical.
Well, there's a see. This is where Bubba should be in here. He's really good at that.
What, the whole prophetic stuff?
Yeah. Oh, did it actually make the news now? Okay.
What happened?
The attack on the carrier. I
Oh.
guess it's in the news now.
Okay. Did you say something? What?
Um,
You hear me?
Yeah.
I wonder which one it was. Like, what was the name of the carrier?
Watch it be JFK.
Let me see if I can.
Probably don't mean much, but yeah, I'm always curious on stuff like that when it happens, you know. Can't have a boat with no name. That's an insult.
You can have a horse with no name.
That is true.
Yeah, he said it was actual missile. Oh, Eisenhower
Eisenhower.
in the
Figures.
Red Sea.
In the Red Sea?
Yep.
And they just renamed Fort Gordon here to Fort Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
I still call it Fort Gordon. As long as I live, I will.
And I think they are calling it a response from UK attack that was just done last week, I believe, or no, this week.
Nothing on the boards about Eisenhower, so.
Oh yeah.
That's surprising.
Well, no, it's a carrier. I don't know if
I
it
know,
would,
but the name Eisenhower.
no, I was
No.
talking about what Grace said.
Oh.
Well, I think they all have some sort of. It's probably a low grade. Nothing, really, really big.
Mm.
I'm just surprised that it actually made the news. Because so much of that stuff just gets buried.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Sniffer in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
there's some people in the community I haven't seen for a while. Yoshi, he's in Israel, and he hasn't been. I haven't seen him in a few lives.
I don't
Who's
know
that?
who they. I don't know who he is, but I hope
Yeah,
he's
it's
okay.
it's the homesteading and the gardening community.
Okay.
I hope you're okay.
Yep, Swiffer I haven't seen in a couple weeks.
Let's see. My brain.
Al
running.
Bundy I haven't seen for a few. Wait,
You just did. I just played a clip.
no, in
I
chat.
know. I'm being funny, okay?
If you don't see me for a day, there's a chance I might have went fishing. So,
Yeah, if you don't see me for a couple weeks, it's normal.
yeah.
What? You took you a minute there,
It's
huh?
like, well, it's Saturday in 3 days. We might hear from him.
We might. If you don't
Who
hear
are
him,
you again?
who am I? Great, thanks.
The name we
Did you change your
the
name again?
unmentionable.
It just keeps people guessing as to when I'll be on next because the way shit is these days, you kind of got to keep them guessing. So, you know.
I got to come up with a
Yeah.
cool name, man.
That's what I do.
Shocker.
And there stuff it's a military. I can find the military stuff out beforehand, but I can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, if you do find something out and it's of significance and it will immediately affect us, will you at least tell us to duck and cover?
Oh yeah. If you hear me say stuff's getting bad, then you
Like
can try to
I
guess where I'm going with it.
yeah, I got you.
I'm going out of town.
Remember, there
Right.
was something that was going down, and I still can't talk about it, but there was something going down, and it was down to minutes.
And then it got canceled or something.
It would have been bad,
Yeah.
but
Right. First 48.
yeah, if I didn't, if my beard wasn't gray, it would have been after that day.
Oh, really? It was that bad? You didn't tell us?
No, I said there's something that's happening that it could be very bad.
That has multiple definitions. Like you got to give me a DEFCON 1
Well,
or
there's
DEFCON
only
2.
one
Like,
thing that, everybody knows I have somebody that's in the military.
right.
So,
Like, are we talking? Was it a end of humanity type thing or no?
well, it would have been a start of it.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd have knocked the one right off of you. You'd have just been 10.
Okay. If I tell you to bring your tomatoes in the house.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Uh-oh. But no, I'm not going to say, like, well, in the last 3 years, that's been their main title. World War III, the nukes are coming,
Yeah.
The closest I get is with the EMPs or the solar flares.
Honestly, I would say an EMP would be more feasible because you don't hear it. You don't hear or see it go off until your electronics get fucked.
Yep. And our farms are fine. Our cities are fine. Our industry is fine. Well, not industry, but
well,
infrastructure. All that stuff is fine. It's just you put a damper on the whole country.
The EMP would be the worst case scenario, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Oh, another one?
I'd like to believe that I'd do okay without electricity, but being in the city, it's not necessarily me I'm worried about. I'm worried about everybody else
Yeah.
fucking with
And
me.
that's, well, I just did a video on which states are the best states to survive. Short-term survival of an EMP. And Michigan was one of them, but not where you're
Really?
at.
Of course not.
It's up there because
It's in the upper part because there ain't nobody in the upper part.
Exactly, that's what you want.
Yeah, there's like 10% of the population is up north.
Yeah,
and then 99% or 90% of us is in Detroit. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I really am tired of it. The city and the cops and just everything.
and you got, of course, Montana,
Yeah.
Texas.
Montana, just like open field, like
Montana. It's just the wintertime is a pain.
population density is that of a room full of Jeff's farts. 0.
And then, of course, that's the thing that surprised me on this list was North Carolina and Tennessee. But there is a section in North Carolina that is there's not a lot of people there, and what there is, you don't want to mess with them.
That's what I was just about to say.
With Tennessee, that eastern side of Tennessee, in the mountains.
There is mountain men. The mountain men do exist. I promise you.
And then
that is not a person that you want to try to do harm on. Of course, there used to be a lot more. You know, there used to be mountain men all through the Appalachians.
Oh yeah. No, Florida is too many people in Florida. I mean, there's parts that you might get. I mean, if you want to go live out in a swamp.
You don't want to do that, I promise you, if you ain't from around there.
But there are people that thrive in a swamp. It's just you have to be, well, like if you put me in there, I would probably be gator food pretty soon. Or, that'd be too rough for me. Uh-oh. There went 101.
Shoot, the mosquitoes will tote you away. I think the only thing worse than a Georgia mosquito is a Florida mosquito.
Georgia mosquito. Yeah, snakes. The snakes is. Oof. I mean, imagine. The fact that if you was wearing shoes, your feet would be soggy all the time.
Oh yeah. It's where the Seminoles used to live. Seminoles, they loved that region. They knew how to navigate it.
Oh yeah, they knew what every plant was for, and like unless you have many years experience in that swamp, I don't see too many people surviving that.
No.
Oh, and I forgot to say hi to the people over on Twitter, because I'm always live on Twitter when I'm
hello, Twitter folks.
Live on YouTube.
Yeah. About like living down in parts of Louisiana, down there in the Gulf.
Yeah. Now Texas, you got the heat and you got tornadoes, depending on what end you're at. There you are.
You get everything in Texas.
My internet just decided to break.
Oh, right before you go live.
Well, it said DNS server something or other, like a DDoS attack.
Oh,
And then it refreshed and scanned for problems and fixed itself.
yeah, it's real hard to do. Never mind. No comment.
Just as we were talking about EMPs too.
That is
Oh,
pure
yeah.
Michigan.
It really
West
is.
Virginia. Yeah, there's some nice people in West
Oh
Virginia.
yeah.
Yeah. It's because no property tax makes them nice.
Really?
Yeah.
In West Virginia?
I think it's still in West Virginia, isn't it? You don't have property tax.
Heck, I had to go buy up some land up there just for the heck of it. Might look into that.
Crocodile shoes.
West Virginia, that'd probably be a little bit over halfway between me and y'all.
well, that's like
that's like 3/4.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
West Virginia is right. About 80 miles from here.
Oh, that ain't that far.
Yeah, and
Shit, I'm almost there.
you're probably another 50 from me.
Oh no, that's too close to you.
Thanks.
We back it up 100. We get back into North Carolina.
I'm saying from Bushcraft's location, so 80 plus 50.
Okay.
You're about 150 miles from me then.
Oh,
No,
I
you
am.
good.
Now I'm actually curious. What's the distance between West Virginia and Detroit? Let's see.
Oh no. You said it took you like 12 hours to get to North Carolina one time, so I don't know.
I know.
That wasn't me. That was my dad driving. Okay, so
Because you had to keep using the bathroom, man.
Well,
let's see.
the question, Jeff, is: do you have any money left?
Okay, that is 7 hours and 11 minutes from West Virginia to Detroit.
Okay.
And that is 457 miles.
Ain't bad. It's a little day trip.
Wow, if you go 75, you save 5 miles. Oh no. And this is avoiding Columbus, of course. So
Well, you wouldn't. Yeah, that's a odd route. I wouldn't go
What?
through Columbus.
75 to Columbus?
No, I wouldn't go Columbus route.
Oh no, you take
Well,
75
it depends
you take 75 to Dayton.
Where would you go? Where are
Well,
you
see-
going in West Virginia?
The very heart of West Virginia, like the very center is where I am.
Oh,
Okay. That ain't bad.
well, see, yeah, my route would be totally different than yours.
I would say you're taking off another 50 miles from that. So 400 miles away, which is long enough for
All
me.
right. I tell you what, if I win the lottery this weekend, I'm gonna buy up 1,000 acres. That'll cover pretty much all the distance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all of West Virginia's mountains. Good luck with that.
And if I win the lottery, I could negotiate with somebody, man.
No, I'm saying good luck on having it be viable land, man. Like shit.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
500.
good. I went and got
Really?
other than because I went and got oil and went to put oil in my truck, and I still didn't put the oil in the truck because I got attacked by the raccoon in my hood.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like raccoon in my hood, I just think like a raccoon roaming the streets of Detroit. It's like, yeah, either way it works.
Y'all have raccoons up there?
Yeah.
Oh man. Those
It's
are
the
some
city,
mean jokers.
dude. We call them trash pandas.
Super aggressive.
The rats are the size of like I don't know, like four sizes of a football. Like they're massive. Like you gotta have a bumper like mine just to deal with
like
the
a
damn possum here, man. And they're like mutated to the point where it's like, is that a raccoon? No, that's a fucking pot. Damn, that thing's huge.
like
You
a
know?
humpback chihuahua.
Right.
All right,
Man.
here we go. Get on out of there. Get. Don't growl at me. Just get
Oh.
on out of there.
Go on, get.
Oh, he was in there good.
You got
Yeah.
yourself in there.
Is it a baby one?
Yeah,
don't
it's
Oh.
not full grown. It's
Yeah.
probably 8 months old.
I would have grabbed
And
welding.
don't bite
gloves.
anything.
Don't bite. Like it's gonna listen to you.
No, I don't want him biting my hoses and stuff.
There
I
you
know.
go. Get on out.
But you told it not to
There you
bite
go.
anything. Like it's gonna know
Get
what
out
you
there.
said.
This is where things get bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, shush. Shush. Hey,
Man.
don't come over at me.
My door's open.
Oh shit! I could just see it climbing in the cab.
Yeah, I barely close. He was headed there. He was getting ready to go in. And I went and kicked the door and closed it real quick, and then
Why
he
didn't you
goes
turn on
right
the
back
engine?
in
That would
there
have scared
again.
the shit out of him.
Well, the thing is, I open the hood and I go to this is a Dodge, so
Of course.
the cap is midway, and I'm unscrewing it, and all of a sudden, like this, out from behind, right where you seen him, he came out like this.
Crazy.
Wow.
thing.
And again, I live in a city.
But like I said, we
I have these issues with animals. I've had cats.
You have
in
issues
my-
with animals, like I have issues with the Detroit cops.
I had cats under my hood and drove down the road and heard meow and pulled over and pulled them all out and then took them to the pound. And then I had a family of possums under my hood,
My God,
and now raccoons.
dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. Possums around here, they're pretty bad. They're getting bigger, man.
Like I said, it's like you got to have a bull bar just to like. You think the possum are bad? Like the raccoons are fat.
Oh yeah, I'm not so
they're
worried
big.
about possums because I just pick them up with their tails, and then the mama, and then all the little ones were hanging on as I pulled them out. The raccoon, I don't mess with raccoons because
They're more likely to attack you than a possum will. Unless you get one hemmed up.
Like this is. I got a video here. This is what you deal with in Detroit for like raccoons and shit.
Oh yeah, dumpster.
Oh man.
How? How? Are there this many of you right now?
Right. Well,
There's
I said that
something good in
many
there.
raccoons in one trash can. Oh, that's
I don't
crazy.
know. It's just so funny. They're all looking at him like,
Yeah.
Can you help us, please?
Yeah. Man. Yeah, you go dumpster diving and find that.
Right? That's why I don't dumpster dive. But it's like you might find something you don't want to.
Yeah. There's always the chance you find something you might didn't know you were searching for.
Could always be like the one guy that feeds the raccoons with the hot dogs.
Oh no,
Oh, man.
I don't mess with raccoons.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. And even when you know, checking out because my grandpa was we ate raccoons before. I'm not really fond of them or anything, but it's meat. But the fact that you really have to know the raccoon is not, there's no signs or anything. I don't know what he did or anything to tell, like, oh, it's fine, you know.
Right.
But he knew. I don't know. And there's no way I'm going to mess with a raccoon unless I'm very hungry.
I still would. Like, I'd rather just shoot it and move on. Nope, not worth it. Because it only takes one screw up to be.
Guarantee you get hungry enough, you
Yeah.
eat stuff that you wouldn't think.
We was a kid, we'd catch them all the time, and there was an old man that lived down the road. Old man spread, and shit. He would buy or take every one of them we caught, and he could tell if it was a good one or not. Inevitably, he'd keep the good ones and feed them a little while and clean them out, and he'd eat them.
Oh, is that the one in the mud puddle where he had the cotton candy in the mud puddle and it disappeared? And
Oh, that would be funny.
Oh, the guy that went to go feed the raccoon the cotton candy, and the raccoon's trying to find the cotton candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be funny.
No, it's an actual thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it still would be funny though. Either way. Yeah, as soon as it hits the water, yeah, it totally dissolves.
Yeah, here I found it. Here, this is funny.
As a kid, I wasn't really a fan of the cotton candy. Oh no. Oh no. Emotional damage.
And you feel so bad.
damage.
You feel so bad for it. Poor thing.
Oh, it was so good. You know it was good to him. Oh yeah.
Oh, not again.
Oh, he didn't learn.
Well, the water tastes good. Did it sink? Why
See.
can't you give me more? That's mean.
Yeah, don't put it near the water. Oh, he got it figured out. Look at him. He looks different.
He's the smart one of the bunch.
Yeah, he's like that.
Banana or something. Poor guy.
The first one though, he's like his heart sank.
Yeah, it's like half lemur, half raccoon.
That poor raccoon, man.
Oh,
I've never
that's
felt
funny.
so bad for a raccoon before. Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and go get my stuff started, and I guess I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. I'm going to play my outro and see everybody Monday. Remember, Sunday, Vineyard Chicks at 10:30 and Dig Deeper at 11:05. And then I'll be back Monday. Oh, and
Evening.
Vineyard Chicks will be there 6 o'clock too on Sunday Live.
Nice.
So we'll see you guys then, and I'll leave you with this.
Hey guys, thank you once for making Bushcraft great again. Let's continue to support him. Let's go. Bushcraft. 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 Thank you for all the support. See you on the next one. Bushcraft.